Hello and welcome back to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. Thank you for being here. So let's see what messages the angels, guides and helpers would like to bring forward today. Oh, that's interesting. So literally, this card has come up in my other reading on Instagram today. So if you'd like to check out that reading on Instagram, my username is @kissedbystarlight. Do feel free to check that out. There's another message there if it resonates for you. And we've got discipline, consistent effort and order. That's really interesting, and I'm going to bring that one because it showed itself as well, so if I've seen it then I have to bring it in. And we've got joy. How lovely, how lovely. Let's see what else would like to come in this morning. So, and again, this card also came out today on Instagram, so if you're interested in that reading, do check it out. As I said, the wisdom of two, teachers of kindness and clarity. And we've got two horses gazing off into the distance at something that we can't see there just out of the photo. And we've got pleasurable partnerships, mutual exchange. So I think first of all what I'm going to say, because we've now got 3 cards despite the shuffling that came out in the earlier reading, and some of what that was bringing through was the need to show up authentically for ourselves and for our relationships with others. And as you probably already know, the relationships we have with others are like a sacred container, really, for us to, you know, have this beautiful mutual exchange of giving and receiving and enjoying love and connection and friendship and whatever that connection is about, all of the good things. And also an opportunity for us to learn more about ourselves, the way that we are, how we work, you know, what our truth is and what it's not. And it provides, it's almost like I was going to say a training ground. It's not exactly a training ground, because these are, you know, sacred divine connections that we hope will be with us for our life. Although even that in itself, you know, we have different connections that serve different purposes. I think there's a poem, isn't there, a season, a reason and a lifetime. So, you know, there are people we'll meet that will be very brief encounters, maybe to show us something or lead us somewhere or help us see something, bring some healing. There'll be other connections that will last for a longer time but not forever, and then there will be some that will go through our life for the whole of our lifetime, you know, and those are very different connections as well. So, and we kind of know the difference. I think the ones that are for the lifetime, there aren't necessarily as many, but we're always having these connections. And I think what the cards were saying this morning was a lot around the need for showing up authentically as ourselves, and, you know, in relationships where there is this strong connection, where there is this trust. And obviously you have to use your own discernment to decide where that is and who that is with for you. There's this need to show up as yourself, to be your true self, to share truthfully and authentically from that place of realness and rawness, vulnerability, that, you know, is the real emotions or whatever is going on in that moment for you, to allow those connections to be built on the trust that comes when you're both sharing from a real place. Because you know when somebody is not really opening up with you, and that can also put you off from opening up, because obviously, you know, that's not kind of bringing about this strong connection. It's suggesting somebody's on their guard, or somebody's not feeling comfortable or safe enough to open up. And again, you can explore the reasons around that, because everything brings its own message for you. But here I think there are, you know, friendships, there are soul family, there are soul groups, there are partnerships, there are connections that are wanting to come into your life, that are wanting very much now to be part of your life and to be part of your reality and your everyday experiences. Perhaps, you know, perhaps you're needing to experience more joy, more happiness, more connection, and that will also come from this willingness to connect with yourself, to connect with yourself truthfully and allow yourself that true voice to express everything that's going on for you. Express, you know, where are your pains, where are your aches, where is your softness, where is your truth, and allow that compassion to come in very much for yourself. So not judging what's coming up for you, just allowing yourself to look at it in a very real way. Look at it, discern what it is, what's going on. You can name it, you can give it a name. Say, you know, I am feeling this, I am this today. And then once you've witnessed that, once you've allowed that to come to the surface, you can decide if that is something that you are, you know, if that's who you want to be, if that's what you want to experience right now. And if not, then you can make a choice to change it. And often these really sacred connections come in to help us, to bring healing, to bring happiness, to bring joy, and also to bring companionship on this journey where we're being asked to be very, very present, and to really, you know, bringing peace to what has been and what has had to be let go of, for example, and maybe the past versions of you and the old versions of you, or the areas where you feel you need to be on guard, where you feel you need to close up, or not feeling safe to actually be yourself or express yourself authentically, or to give yourself a voice, and to allow yourself to notice and witness where is that and bring peace to that. That doesn't mean that you go and do that within a connection that doesn't feel safe. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're witnessing it for yourself and you're bringing peace to yourself around that. So if there are connections you've had to let go of, or there are friendships, situations that you've had to, you know, sort of say goodbye to, even versions of yourself that are no longer relevant or required now, you know, just bring love and acceptance and peace to those and allow them just to be what they are, and to be very present so you can really easily discern what is the past and what is now, and not allowing yourself to stay too stuck in anything that it doesn't need to be here. Once you've named it, once you've witnessed it, once you've sent it love, once you've given it that voice, you can just let it go gently, with love, with peace, and, you know, sort of hold out that intention for whatever you would now like to bring in, or whatever you feel is now who you are, and the connections perhaps that you would like to bring in for your life. Perhaps it's connections that are more loving, connections that are more joyful, connections that are more safe, that are closer. Perhaps you're looking for a romantic partnership, perhaps you're looking for a new friend, a soulmate, perhaps you're reaching out to a family member who you recognize, you know, you actually want to reconnect with, and that is a loving place for you to be. But it's about really discerning what is truthful, what is real, what is love, and what is not, and allowing yourself to be present in the spaces where love exists, where compassion exists, where softness and vulnerability exist in safe space. So, you know, that will, and yes, sorry, these cards I didn't see, they've come out as well, and this is roots. So planting yourself very, very deeply in the spaces that feel loving, that feel nurturing, where you can be held in safe space, and maybe you can provide safe space for others. And this is going to mean without judgment, without blame, without recrimination, just with love. So in any areas of life where you're perhaps blaming yourself or being very unforgiving towards yourself. It's about bringing peace here now and allowing that to be healed, allowing the past to be gone, allowing the present to be here now and to grow new roots from there. So it's very much standing where you are now and allowing yourself to let go of what's gone, let go of what has been and what is not now, being flexible around, you know, wherever it is you're being asked to move, however it is you're being asked to move. Because in this energy that we're in right now, which is the, you know, we're still in this very strong eclipse energy that's happened earlier this week, and this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading, you know, if it resonates, then you know, it may be for you. But this energy has all been about the letting go, and I think the more gracefully and softly and easily we can accept that letting go, then the easier it's going to be to move into whatever is coming and whatever would like to come next, which could be a significant connection, a significant partnership, somebody that you're able to stand with in life and go through life together, watching and observing with love, with clarity, with kindness, and mutually experience that beautiful art of giving and receiving in equal exchange. So wherever it perhaps hasn't been like that before, wherever you've had to let go of connections that didn't feel mutually beneficial, you know, in terms of giving and receiving and how that is, then maybe, you know, those have had to go and to bring in the new ones that are going to be like this. But it's also very important in that you're aware of how you give and receive to yourself, because your relationship with yourself is going to be the marker for all of your other connections and all of your other relationships. So the more you can acknowledge whatever is going on in this moment, for example, maybe you're not giving enough to yourself and you're just giving a lot to others, that's not going to work. You have to be able to give to yourself. You have to be able to give that same kindness, that same forgiveness, that same love to you that you would like to experience with another. Otherwise, you may find that your relationships are imbalanced and not reflecting, you know, that which you so want and seek in whichever connections these are, whether it's family, friends, yourself, romantic partnerships, whatever this is. Perhaps you're wishing for a soulmate, you know, a new soulmate, or your soul group to appear. So again, really be honest with yourself what's coming up. There's no need to judge it, there's no need to blame it, there's no need to be hard on yourself. Just accept what you've learned, accept what is right now. That will be the starting point for you to then go on to heal that, to look at that, to make new decisions around that, to make new, you know, affirmations around that. Perhaps your new affirmations are going to be, I can give to myself as I give to others. I am open to receiving, perhaps, or I implement strong boundaries that serve me, for example. All of these are just examples. You will know within your situation what are the mantras or the affirmations, and they're different things that you are being asked to very much hold and ground here in the present to help you move forwards to bringing in these beautiful connections that will give you a stronger sense of belonging, of community, of love, of really sharing in a journey that can be so beautiful, perhaps through all of the phases of your life, or at least this next phase of your life, whatever is being asked for. And I sense what is being asked for is a softness, a gentleness, compassion, love, fun and joy, you know, is wanting to be experienced. So it's allowing yourself to receive those things now and to even give those things to yourself now in your current situation, however hard that may feel, without repressing anything. So allowing that whole expression to come through and being kind to yourself within that, because once you witness it, once you see it, once you accept it and love it, you can truly let it go and then bring in everything that you're asking for and wanting in your life, you can give it to yourself first and experience it from others. So I feel that message is complete. I do hope that was helpful and healing for you. If it resonates, I'd be so grateful if you would like, share and subscribe this video. It all helps me to give you free content and to keep posting the messages, and it really helps me to hear your comments and your feedback with kindness. Thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you a beautiful day or evening wherever you are.